This is Cobbett Campground up on the Grand Mesa in Colorado, the western slope. It's located on the peak of the mountain. The visitor center is just across the pond there, or lake. This used to be Carp Lake, and now it's Cobbett Lake. You can watch bears go in the water over there, or all over the lake actually. It's a long driveway down to the campground. To the right is the way into the campground. There's a information board. And over here is fisherman's parking. We do allow you to park here. There's about four spots depending on how close people get. There is a trail that goes all the way around the lake, all the way to the visitor center. It goes all the way to Ward Lake, and then behind me it goes up to Crag Crest, which is another popular hiking trail. I think it's 8 or 10 miles long. As you continue into the driveway, this is site number 1. This is a premier site. This year, the Forest Service has picked premier sites. They have the view of the lake, 1, 2, 3, and number 7, and my spot number 4 are premier sites at $24 per night. The rest of the sites are $22. So this is number 1. Here is the view of the lake in Owen's Head. This one's a really pretty site. Right here are 2 and 3. It's kind of an open site. Would make it great group site. And this is the view from 2. That's number 1's table. And each site comes with a fire pit. There's number 2's table. And number 3, kind of a pull through. Except the dumpsters are right there. Now right here gets confusing. There is a one-way sign that goes to the left. But the site numbers go to the right. And most of the campsites, oops, sorry, I have Owen with me, sorry. Most of the campsites are pull-ins or back-ins to the right. It's just weird. I'll show you. Hold on. We sell firewood for $10 a bundle. This is site number 4, which is the host site, my site, the camp host. Number 5 is right here, but this is the maintenance man's site. And 6 is right over here. This is number 6. It's a little pull-through site. And this one does have electric for an extra $10 a night. But it's right next to the bathroom. It's a picnic table and fire pit. This is one of my favorite sites, number 7. Here's the view of the lake. This is a nice back-in site if you have a trailer, a smaller trailer. This used to be set up for tent camping, so a lot of big rigs don't fit in here. The only big site really is the maintenance man's site. This is site number 8. It's on the corner. It's kind of in the trees. It's pretty. And there's the view of the lake. And the trail goes through here onto the side of the lake. There's also a trail that goes up through the woods up there, goes over to Ward Lake. This is site number 9. This is a pull-through. I've had someone come in here with, I think, a 30-foot trailer. This is a pretty site. It's nicely shaded. This is number 10, another kind of pull-through site. And the picnic table and fire pit is out there in the sun. And there's a trail over to the bathroom over there. We have 2 bathrooms, 4 pit toilets. And there's plenty of water spigots here. This is number 11. It's a small site. I think I had someone here last year on a small pop-up. I don't know where they parked their car. I don't remember. But it's a pretty site. It's nice for a van or tent. And here's number 12. This is a pretty site too. This one you can back a smaller trailer in. A small trailer because of these 2 trees here. I wouldn't go any bigger than maybe 18, 20 feet. And here is number 13. This one is an ankle breaker. Let me get out and show you. See, this one is full of rocks everywhere. It's a tent site unless you have a van or truck camper. There is a small little tent area that people put their tents up right here. But it's a pretty site. The meadows down there. This is number 14. You can get a bigger trailer in here. The maintenance man last year had a big travel trailer. I think it was 36 feet. So it can go in here. And I'm not sure if this one has electric or not. So I know the box is broken. So I don't know if it gets fixed or not. We'll have electric on this one. But that'll be $10 extra a night. But don't quote me on that. And this is 15. This is a pull-through. You can fit a trailer in here. Not a very big one. There's your fire pit. This one overlooks the meadow also. But this one's right behind the dumpsters. We have 5 dumpsters here. And this is at the beginning of where you're supposed to turn in, where the road V's. And this is 16. This is a nice one. A guy actually put a motorhome in here last year. It's a pretty wooded site. And then across from it is one of my favorite sites, number 18. I don't know why it goes 16, 18, and 17. So this is 18. It's in the middle of the loop where the road goes around to the left and the right. And this is a pull-through. Isn't that not pretty? This is my favorite site right here. And it overlooks, there's a meadow back there. I'll show you that in a minute. This one can fit a bigger rig, but you will have to back out or back it in. And then we have 17 over here, 17, 19, and 20. And this is 17. This is kind of a pull-through, very small. You can fit a nice sized van in here. It has steps going up there. But it's basically a tenting site. You can put your tent way up there in the woods. This is 19. If you have solar, this is a great site. This gets sun all day long. It's very short. You can fit a van, a truck camper, maybe a small trailer, maybe, I don't know, 18 feet. And these 3, 17, 19, and 20, have a nice view of the lake. And here's one of our water spigots. And this is our last site, number 20. It gets sun in the morning. It's a tent site, basically, or a van, truck camper. Maybe a small pop-up might fit, but most people put a tent down there behind the table. There was 3 young kids last night came in a tent, and it poured rain. They sat in their truck for hours, and I felt so bad for them. Here's our information board, and believe me, it's full of information. It's overwhelming. See the big red and white sign says fee area? People think it says free area. Pets must be leashed. Campsite must be occupied for the first 24 hours. We have people come in, rent it, and then take off and don't come up until the weekend. And if you have an ATV, you cannot unload it here in the campground and ride it in the campground or on the main road. So please check before you come. We have 17 on our left and 18 in the middle, and then 16 is over there. So the road loops around. I'll show you. I wouldn't want to bring a big motorhome or fifth wheel around this curve. It's really tight in here. There you go. And there's these Forest Service put these giant rocks everywhere, so people don't park on the side of the road. But this is our meadow. I come here every morning and do my gratitude. I don't know if you can hear the frogs. I hope you can hear them. It sounds so cool. I see deer in the meadow. I've seen a bear out there on the side of the... I don't know if it's a lake. It's just a body of water. There's no fish in it. And there's another one right over there. No fish in there either. But isn't this pretty? I wish the telephone pole wasn't there. And I'll show you the backside of 18. I wish these trees weren't here, because an 18 would have a view of the meadow, and even some of those trees. We have a couple dead ones. The Forest Service won't take down unless they're leaning, but that's kind of creepy and scary. And this is one of the fire pits. Some of them are big like this, and other ones are shorter, but they all have grates on them. There's my golf cart and Owen. So this is the view from site number 4, my spot. Isn't that pretty? I open my back door sometimes on the days when it's really hot out. It's just so peaceful here. And this campground, since it's small and the sites are small, we get a lot of older people or younger couples, not a lot of children, so it's a very, very quiet campground, which I'm happy for. But it's so pretty. And there's the other bathroom. I keep wanting to say bathhouse. It's a bathroom. There's 2 pit toilets. That's it. But yeah, come on down to Cobbett on the Grand Mesa of Colorado. It's right next to the visitor center. And they recently stocked it with trout. We have cutthroat, brown trout, and I forget what else there are. And these are some sort of sucker fish things. I don't know if you could see them. You can kayak, fish. You can take a boat out in here without a motor. But in Island Lake and Ward Lake, you can use a small motor. And this is what part of the trail looks like. It's rustic. There's roots, there's rocks, but it's really pretty. There's a view of the campground from the lake. This is one of our pit toilets. Sorry about the lighting. It's like 6 o'clock at night. I'll show you what they look like. We have a men's and a women's, but they're, what do you call it? Unisex. It's just a cylinder toilet, handicap accessible. And not all of our sites are reservable, but if you want to reserve one, there's the number. Recreation.gov.